Hi, my name is Tim Litzow, and I teach 5th grade math at Linton Springs Elementary School. Today we're going to be taking a look at using multiplication and subtraction to solve division problems. Now, this may be a little different than you've been seeing in the way that you were used to solving math problems. We're going to stress that multiplication and subtraction are really the ways that we solve division problems. So, our problem today is 8,575 divided by 25. Now, to go over a little bit of vocabulary, because it may have been, say, 20 years since you've taken a lesson on division, this number, which is what is being divided, is called the dividend. This number, which is what is doing the dividing, is called the divisor, and then our answer is going to be called the quotient. Okay? And that vocabulary will come into play when you teach your student. So, I would encourage you, if you're going to do some practice problems, to kind of just keep these titles at the top where the students are doing their work. And it will really help them develop not only a key understanding of the vocabulary, but also what each number means. So, we're going to start with our dividend, which is 8,575. I'm going to write that just under the word dividend. And then, over here, we're going to have our divisor. So, 25. And that is where our divisor will go. 25 times something will give us a product, and we're going to be using subtraction to take away from our dividend. Eventually, as we've taken away, this number will get smaller and smaller. So we'll start with something easy. So we'll do 25 times 200. I'm pretty sure that can go in, which equals 5,000. So I'm going to go over here, and we're taking away from the dividend. So I'm going to take our product and take it away from the dividend. 5,000. We do 5, 7, 5, and 3. Kind of a weird number to get left over, but don't worry about how weird the number is, because we're just seeing how much 25 can go into this. So we're going to do another divisor, 25, and we're going to multiply this by, let's say, 100 this time. And that will equal 2,500. We're going to, yet again, take this number away from what is left of our dividend. So now what is left is 3,575. So minus 2,500. And when we solve that, we get 1,075 left over. Now, keep in mind, this is still our dividend. It's just gotten a little smaller because we're taking away in chunks. We're actually taking away in partial chunks. So, yet again, I'm going to write my divisor. And this time, students may get a little hung up. And let's say they say 25 goes in 10 times. Well, you can certainly do that. It may take you a little longer to get your answer. But we're going to encourage students that that is okay. For the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and say 25 goes into 1,000, say, 40 times. Which gives me 1,000. Minus 1,000 is 5, 7. We have 75 left over, but I want you to take a look at what we've been doing so far. Before we come to our answer, we've been using really friendly numbers. Notice how all my answers end in a 0. That's going to help your student. They don't have to know that, try 23, say, example, or 273. That's a little bit difficult for a 5th grader. So we're going to encourage you to allow them to use nice numbers, even if it takes a little longer. Now, the fun part, our final step, 25 times what will get me close to 75? I'm going to go ahead and say that's going to be 3, and take away 75, which gives us 0. So, we have now 0 left. If this is any other number, say 21, that's going to actually be our remainder. But in this problem, we don't have a remainder. So 25 times 3 gives me 75. And what I have over here is a whole bunch of partial quotients. Now, I'm going to bring you back to the beginning of the video where I pointed out that this right here will actually be our quotient. So our quotient is our answer. So these are partial answers. And when we combine them all together, they are our full answer. So I'm going to add 200 plus 100 plus 40 plus 3, which gives me 343 with no remainder. So our answer to this problem is 8,575 divided by 25 equals 343. I hope this helps your student make the connection between multiplying and subtracting when dividing.